fucking PD is like a bunch of fucking children. You know what I mean? So I've been having to play, I was having to play babysitter, and I promise you, you take all the fucking beef that you've dealt with, that I've dealt with, nothing is ever gonna be worse than PD shit. So, I replaced the chief with the Captain Turner. I don't know if you probably remember him back when we were, running at the mechanic shop. Old Captain.
Captain Turner. Which mechanic shop? LS Customs?
Yeah, LS Customs. No, he was a captain back then. He used to help run the police department. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
is he good?
He's not a child. I'll put it that way.
That's good.
Yeah. So, been dealing with that. These motherfuckers have been like blasting people without cause lately, violating their rights.
They also try to push stupid ass charges that I had to really, really work my ass to get off of. That should have never been charged for it.
Oh, trust me, you're like the brother. These guys mag dumped a vehicle because one of the demands at a Fleeca bank was to get food for the hostage.
Huh?
Yeah. And instead of taking any accountability, these guys started developing like medical conditions. I'm not even joking. Yeah.
So they shot up the car because they asked for food for the hostage?
The story goes like this. Ray Romano hostage situation at the Fleeca bank. Cadet responds. And they're like, part of our negotiations is we want to get food for the hostage. And the cadet goes, I can't do that. There's no one else here. And they're like, go, so get someone else. I don't have any food. What will happen afterwards? And like fucking goes, all right, well, he calls another cop down, and that cop calls like 78s, which is like emergency backup. So now all the cops come, and they're like, oh man, they're threatening the life of the hostage unless he gets food. Like fucking, like I don't even fucking know. And so they get the hostage food. They get the hostage. Ray and company gets in the car and they fucking mag dump it. And I'm like, are these guys fucking stupid?
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then instead of solving the problem, they've been playing fucking doing some like fucking dumb shit for 2 weeks, coming up with excuses. Oh, I got this, I got that, I'm sick, and this is happening. Fucking crazy. Anyways.
By the way, why you call me a terrorist? Have you even looked at my record? My record's not even bad.
It's a fucking joke, Brandon. Jesus.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, you'd be proud of that. You know what I mean?
Nah, I mean, look. I haven't even shot a cop. All right?
Shut up. Get out of here.
I swear, look at my record.
Bitch, I don't gotta look at your record. Listen, I go to court cases. I was at the Future Hendrix one.
You might have to go to mine here pretty soon.
Wait, don't you have a warrant?
No.
Wait, how?
On bail. So, they tried to charge me for harboring a fugitive because they had a picture of me standing next to an escapee when I had no knowledge of anything there. So, here's the thing. I get a call because Edgar's at the light. Well, there's about to be a bunch of shit going down at the lighthouse, right? And
okay.
I get a phone call that Sonya's in trouble, right? So I grab my Tommy gun, I load up, and I go running out of the house, and I go straight to the fucking lighthouse, right? And when I do, I run into a few of the guys that I know, right? And then there's this masked guy. I don't know who the masked guy is. I'm not talking to nobody, nothing like that, because I'm just in action mode. So I'm standing outside the fucking lighthouse and shit. Little do I know, this guy takes off his mask, and it's fucking Matthew Colby, the escapee. Right? And then I have all the fucking cops on the mountainside. Remember how he said, I'm surrounded by cops on the mountainside. I don't know if I'm going to make it or whatever?
Yeah.
That was that. They were taking pictures. They see me standing next to somebody who I didn't even know was Matthew Colby, and then try to say that I was harboring a fugitive. Because I was with him at a public place when I didn't even bring him. When the person who brought him, there Admitted that I had no knowledge or anything like that, and that they brought him there, and I wasn't privy to any of the information. But they wanted to charge me for harboring a fugitive.
There's, I think that's where Turner comes into play. The standard of the police department is so bad because it's been damaged over the last 2 months. And I think everyday people don't see what I see, right? Understandably, like, you know, I got to go to the meetings. I got to see what's happening inside. But the PD's been run by a bunch of children is the best way I can describe it. And as a consequence, there's a lot of cops that are acting on emotion and not facts and evidence. And like, you don't got to convince me whether or not you were involved, right? But like, I'm not bringing you to court. I'm not pressing charges. But that's how the cops are doing it. Like, I know Brandon did this shit. I know this 3-pass guy. I've seen him once over here. I saw this like one text message that's subpoenaed. And because I feel like he did it, I'm going to take whatever bullshit I can find and slap the charges in. And what's the worst that's going to happen? What, I go to a court case and we lose? He already paid the price.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So the craziest thing about it is it was Aaron Carter who was pushing it. I talked to him on the phone. I said, Aaron, you knew what kind of crazy shit was going on there? You think I'm looking beside me to see if there's some fucking escapee who I barely know? And she's like, well, how about I run your phone record and see if you guys had communication? I said, perfect. Run my phone record that day, see if I talked to him at all. See if I even had a remote idea that he'd be there. She said, how about I run it for the whole time he's been escaped? I said, why are you trying to go a fucking extra mile? What are you doing that for? Like, what is that proof?
Yeah,
You're just being an asshole. But they did get me, Nino. They got me pretty good. They said, we'll drop this case. We'll drop the charge. But we want the gun. But they already knew that they had the gun in the evidence locker in the PD.
Jesus.
And the gun was linked to a murder.
What?
All right, look. I'm not look.
You did work for Miles, didn't you?
Look. Let me explain.
Yeah.
I live a certain kind of code, and I think that you would respect it too.
Yeah.
You remember Uncle T, right? My boy who used to come up to LS Customs all the time. Italian guy.
I remember Uncle T. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he asked me to kill him. Right? I tried to talk him down several times. There was no talking him down. He didn't have the dog in him no more. He didn't want to get took out by some random stranger. So basically he begged me to take him, but take him out a cool way. He wanted to go out like Scarface. For some reason he wanted to be blasted until he fell into the swimming pool. All right, I don't know. So I ended up doing it. And look, I left the gun on scene because I wasn't proud of what I did, and I was, not very happy that I had to do that to my brother, so I left the gun on scene. Didn't wear gloves or nothing, so I assumed that they would have my DNA. But anyways, I got this cooking pretty hard. They wanted to push first-degree murder, obviously. Like, I talked to them about it. I let them know that, after all the stuff that I witnessed, I don't know which way's up. I'm all fucked up in my head, blah, blah, blah. I'm going for the insanity route or whatever. Yesterday, I have another interrogation.
Okay.
And they made me go get checked out by a doctor. They're talking about clemency, all of this shit.
Okay.
They don't think that I have to talk with a therapist. But I'm doing the old school trick of putting peanut butter in my ass crack and eating in front of the courtroom. You know what I mean? I'm playing crazy here, so I get off on the charge. It's a crime of passion. You know what I mean? Not very often your brother asks you to fucking whack him. But they got me on it if they want to get me on it.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Did you keep the gun because you wanted it spicy?
I didn't keep the gun. I left the gun on scene.
Yeah, but to keep it spicy is what I mean.
Of course.
I can respect that.
But
That's one thing I respect about Miles and Denzel way back when. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people are built like that.
I left it was a 101 Tommy gun. with my initials carved in the bus stop. I took a sharp rock. I carved his initial next to mine after I did the job to him, and I left it laying down by his body. You know, it was a homage and a little spice. You know what I mean? I didn't care about the gun. It was about the act that was being done.
Yeah.
So if this insanity thing doesn't go through, I was going to ask you how likely people get pardons in the city. You know what I mean? Do you guys even have authority to do that?
Hey, Britta.
Wait, run that last bit back.
I said if this insanity shit doesn't go through, like I'm trying to prove.
Like the sanity?
Insanity.
Insanity?
I'm
I
proving...
don't think so, because in order to do that, you would need a licensed therapist to actually, like, prove it. Like, you can't... A lawyer...
I'm in the middle of all that.
You are doing that. Okay. Is it licensed?
Yeah, so the officer yesterday who was investigating it, right? I talked with the marshals in Aaron Carter the first day. They took down my statement, all of that shit.
Okay.
Then they gave me to the officer yesterday who's in charge of the case. He listened to my story.
Give me $1, by the way.
$1?
Yeah, you know, you're asking for legal advice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's always good to do, you know what I'm saying?
Anyways, I talked with the other officer yesterday who was investigating the case. He says that the way that I'm conveying the story to him, he's not sure if I'm physically or mentally fit to handle the trial, let alone, you know, he seemed that this was very passionate and he doesn't think I'm in the right state of mind. And he took me to go get a physical evaluation, and I have to talk to a psychiatrist, and they're doing all that. And then he wants to talk to me about clemency.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you sound happy.
Huh.
There.
You have a good attorney?
Good lawyer, yeah. Robin Forever.
Good. And you're for sure that the therapist is licensed and it's not a private license?
No, 100%. At the hospital. Fuck, I forgot his name. But I did my physical checkup yesterday. My brain is all good. I told him, I said, you know, I really butted it up. You know, like, have you ever heard the sounds of, you know, your friends screaming in a what sounded like a pit of fire, and them screaming for their lives and all of this shit? And I'm like, and then the next day your best friend tells you he wants you to off him, shit like this. I was like, I haven't been sleeping. Shit ain't right.
Yeah.
So he was just like, I don't know. He started talking about clemency with me and my lawyer, all of this shit.
I don't know what clemency is.
But I was thinking to myself, like, you know, if it didn't ever go through, I didn't know if pardons were ever given.
I think I know, but not like
don't even
exactly
know
what
if
that
have
entails,
right to do that.
and what it would look like on NoPixel. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm taking a look at this. Look, I'm going to be honest. I don't know where clemency is coming into play, because we don't have anything like that.
The officer said that he was going to talk to the judge or whatever about something about clemency regarding my case, given how these psychiatrist talks go. And the fact that I was openly talking about my case with them rather than them tracking me down, and the fact that I'm showing, you know, remorse for it and all of this shit. They really, really want to work with me. And the fact that I'll reach out and talk with the doctors, he says it's going a long way. And he wants to work with me really, really close on this and try to give me clemency.
Can I keep it a buck with you?
Sure.
If you wanted to keep it spicy and you left the gun there, why would you then ask for clemency?
I'm not asking for clemency. This is what he said to me. But what I did do is when they asked about the firearm, and I knew that the firearm was in question, and I knew that they had it in their possession, I used that to my advantage to give one of my boys lesser sentence on his harboring a fugitive charge. I had them drop my harbor in
Wait here.
fugitive charge. Huh?
I want to make sure we're not getting spied on. Just wait here.
Hey.
That car just pulled by and just like tucked to that corner right there. Can't even have a fucking simple conversation, huh? Maybe I'm the one tripping. Huh. Fuck, what was his name? Danger. Hey, I'm having a chat with someone right now, and I think PD's trying to get like photographs of some shit. Can you see? Try to get eyes on there's what's your ping number?
187.
187. All right. So from this particular ping location, there is going to be a big building. They call it the Fortress.
Okay.
It's going to be just where is it? It's going to be by hold on, give me a second. Like Magellan Avenue and Conquistador, kind of by the barber shop.
Gotcha.
There's going to be a PD vehicle there.
Okay.
There's going to be a PD vehicle there. I saw someone ducking on the ground. So try to get eyes on like what's going on over there, and if they're trying to take photographs. I'm going to be where the ping is. And I just want to see if people are just kind of like, I don't know.
So what I'm going to tell you is obviously don't look around too much. I'm going to see how many are in the area and what they're doing before I stick around, because I don't want to be around and then they question me.
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed. All right.
Alrighty. I'll keep tabs. I'll get back to you. Okay.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Yes or no, I never asked for clemency. It's something, it's the route that the officer wanted to go. I don't know why.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's true that, you know, I really haven't been sleeping, but I don't ever really sleep. And it is true that I have seen a lot of shit lately that would probably fuck a lot of people up. And it is true that I did have to kill
Pegasus
probably my best friend.
2.0.
Right? I mean, I guess I didn't have to kill him, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little different the way I can just shut the switch off and emotionally disconnect from the situation, right? So maybe that's why they want me to see a psychiatrist. Maybe they think that I am fucked up, you know? But he's the one who offered the clemency stuff. And I'm just kind of going down the, you know, he just asked me.
Who is the he?
Frodo.
Frodo?
Yeah, Frodo. Yeah.
Okay, now I think we're being spied on. Because Frodo, you know when I went over there? Frodo's on the ground next to a vehicle.
Well, laying down.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I recognize him because he's got the fucking, like, big ass and, like, the fucking shit on the top of his head. Hold on. It's not the end of the world, but,
I'm Bird Burger Shop. What's up?
all right, easy. So the PD vehicle, and there might have been a cop named Frodo that's, like, tucked into the side. So you might want to, like, drive down the street and just kind of get eyes of the vehicle. Try to snap the license plate as well if you can. Yeah, and then just kind of be
I do see a PD vehicle there. Yeah, there is one there.
I'd say
Across from the barbershop north.
Set up somewhere and just kind of cap some photos or something. You know what I mean? See what they're up to. All right.
I'm gonna go get a camera then. Hold on.
All right, easy. All right, brother. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first night, I gave my confession to Aaron and
No!
Marshall.
Wait, why is
O'Shea.
Frodo? I'm tripping here. Where does Frodo come into play? Because he's a good cop. I like him. I like the guy. He's funny and shit. But like, him being on your case is throwing me off a little bit.
Well, I guess it was his case. I guess he came across it, right?
Oh.
It was pretty late at night when this all happened, so I think he came across it, and it's just kind of his case. But O'Shea and Carter, they wanted to question me about the whole harboring the fugitive thing, and I worked a deal where I could give them information on the gun that they wanted if they dropped the harboring charge on me, lowered the sentence on Fred, and also granted me bail right away so I wouldn't have to go in. So I was very upfront with information about that case. And then the next day, they wanted me to talk with Frodo about it as well.
Danger's been proving
Frodo was
himself.
actually very attentive and listened very, very well. I was surprised because I never really met him before, but he's dressed like a jackass. Got his asshole hanging out and shit. And he said it's because he grows fungus on his ass.
Wait, is that what he said?
That's what he said.
Oh my God. Well, right now he's probably watching you. Not that it matters. I mean, I could give a fuck.
Doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah.
I'm not involved in anything heavy right now. You'll be all right.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I'm on that third term, like shit. You know what I mean?
It's kind of what I was thinking.
Bro, the amount of fire I brought, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, I do care, right? I'm not gonna, like, you know, government's in a not so good place, and I need to do what I can. It's just. I will say, you're lucky if Erin's around. I will tell you that while not everything she does may be agreeable, and I'm speculating here, right? I don't know her entire history. I can tell you at least her mental is right. Some of these cops, they're on some wild shit. I can't even begin to say.
I really like Erin, and I like O'Shea. Those two.
I fuck with O'Shea. I almost made a chief, you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have been bad for it, though. You know, O'Shea has this way of understanding that not everything has to be done right at that moment, right? She reads the situation pretty good, right? Like she could have arrested me right there at the lighthouse. Everything happened.
Yeah.
But she didn't. She gave me heads up that there was going to be a warrant out for all of us. Told me to go home, take a shower, get myself right. Very respectable on her end.
She doesn't come across as somebody that is just like, yo, I solved the mystery. Let's destroy them. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
she's actually had, you know, several talks with me on a human-to-human level, not a I'm a cop and I suspect you're up to nefarious activities level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is nice. And Erin's kind of the opposite. Erin is like a guard dog in the dark, like just on the prowl. Like she's all over it all the time, and I fucking love that. Yeah. She brings that pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ready to play the cat and mouse, not the
exactly.
You know, oh look, it's Brandon. Let's pretend he's a fucking ping. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. So I'm on bail until my hearing or whatever. So I'm just kind of going through the motions. You know, it's something Frodo offered up with this whole, you know, psych evaluation, all this kind of shit. I never had an officer do that, so I figured, fuck it, I'd entertain it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think they probably get too many cases like mine where, you know, one of my friends die, another one gets severely fucking burnt and injured and in a coma for fucking probably months upon months. And then next thing you know, my best friend dies the next day. You know, it's not very common.
Yeah. So what are your plans? Like, still, you know, with everything changing up. You don't got to tell me if you know, I'm just...
No. Well, it's just, even before all of this shit happened, these cases have been looming over the top of our heads, right? So, kind of been walking on eggshells wherever we go, because at a moment's notice, we could have got snatched up and took into the pen for several days and held until trial and all this other bullshit. So we haven't really been planning too much. Like one of my guys is in there right now for the same shit that they try to stick me with. Luckily, I was able to cut a deal and get on bail right away. You know what I mean? Otherwise,
but they won't do it for him?
Nah, apparently he broke bail before.
Jesus. Is it the Frank or some shit?
Fred.
Yeah.
That's my little demon right there. Fred's a little savage. He's like one of those people who you could tell were born a psychopath.
I want you to keep eyes.
Okay.
And every following photograph, like, you know, keep them all.
They just took off now, and then now there's a G-Wagon leaving, too. A black one.
All right. Make note of it. Get the license.
I got you. I'll see if I can get close to them when they go somewhere else.
Do the G-Wagon. See what it comes back to.
All right. Bye.
All right. Don't send the photos via text anymore. Keep it on the side.
Got you. I'll reserve them.
All right. Good shit.
Yeah,
I think I accidentally created Pegasus 2.0.
Oh, who?
I'll show you in time in case it turns out not to be the case.
All right.
You ever get that feeling people are just like waiting?
Oh, 100%.
And then it just happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Silvio's been hitting me up a lot lately. He's going through this funk. I tried to stare him. He's going through the thing where he feels like, I don't know, he's got to be ushered or be told what to do or some shit. I don't know. I told him that the best thing he can do is not wait to have his hand held and be told what to do. He needs to be proactive and do shit for himself. Like, he's worrying about, like, leaving a legacy and, like, all of this shit. I had to really break it down for him.
Yeah. Sorry, one sec. I'm just taking a look at this photograph real quick. It doesn't look like it's Frodo, unless Frodo's wearing, like, jeans. Stevie?
Was it a black unmarked car?
It's a black G-Wagon. And a LSPD vehicle.
I see.
It looks like Frodo. All right. Yeah, man, he's the hardest one to... I always feel... I've always had an obligation that I want to help people. You know what I mean? Be that guy that, like, gives shit for people to do because people are hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's such a balance between every time I give, the hand gets bit, right? People love biting the hand in San Andreas. And, but with him, I know he's not going to bite, but I know he's lost it, and I don't know what to do for him, right? Because, you know, he wanted to help with security, and now he's talking about helping with, like, do a lottery. He's trying to find himself, and I want to help him, but I can't. I don't know what to give. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, he approached me, I don't know, last week or something, and started talking about how he still feels like he owes me and all of this shit for saving his life. And I'm like, brother, you've never owed me for anything. I did what I did because I wanted to, not because I wanted you to owe me some shit. And I told him, I said, all I want you to do is fucking go live your life and do something for yourself. Like, you don't need me to try to, like, I don't know. He's got it in his head that he needs to be guided, when I think if he understands that this world, like, you thrive in this world when you create your own, or you move by yourself and blaze your own kind of trail. You know what I mean?
You have to. He told me about the conversation with you too. Like, he was like, I'll let Brandon know that, like, you know, like, you told him like the debts were paid or whatever. And I had the same combo with him. I'm like I think he still feels tied to, you know, our old ways many years ago.
Yeah.
I would never fucking hold that shit over anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
shit, if anything, I wanted to see him, like, go out and make a name for himself and be successful throughout the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need him to fucking go do a fucking hit for me or some shit. Like, what the fuck is that gonna do? I don't need that.
Just hit up Jason real quick. Yeah, go for it. I'm listening, by the way, but you know how it is. You know, I gotta, like, fucking multitask.
You're good.
I got, like, a fucking surveillance op going. Courts is running.
Who'd you have to fire from courts?
Oh my God, brother.
I mean, you gotta tell me.
There's one. No, I'll tell you. It's there's one thing worse than PD drama, and it's fucking civ drama. I had someone working at courts. I gave her an opportunity, right? I really fuck with her. I don't want to say her name. I'm not trying to put her on blast, you know?
Okay.
And it was too much for her, like, you know? And it's understandable. It happens, right? It's a big project. A lot of it's manual. And she kind of just kept crashing out, but, like, she wouldn't tell me. Very similar behavior to the old chief, where, like, I could sense it, but they're not telling you no. They're saying, I'm good. But you can see them breaking slowly.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I had to step in and help, but it just, she is sort of surrounded herself, I think, I could tell by, like, just bad actors, you know, Doomas. And, you know, she was like, oh my God, the court centers for all the, like, the millionaires and not the civs. And, like, I'm just like, where's this coming from? You know what I mean? Because it's not. But I can tell people are planting shit in their head, right? And I don't have time for that, you know? But they got worse because, like, with the materials, with her dooming, there was another circle with the lumber union and Mopec. You know what Mopec is?
It's the material place. It's basically the Walmart right next to the lumber spot, right?
So I had Wyatt in my cabinet, and he's got, there's this whole thing with him and this woman named Tweety, right? And it turned into, like, a fucking bounty, and it turned into, like, so here's what happens, right? Fucking, I've been a big supporter ever since, of the lumber union, ever since Jack Kettleman ran the spot.
Remember that jerk off would never fucking pay his employees, had to give them free repairs? What a fucking asshole. I hated that guy. Sorry.
Really? Yeah, he was like looking for things, you know what I mean? Like, and you're gonna support the guy. You know, he at least he had a vision. I remember,
of course.
We had a lot of history back then, you know. I was trying to help him get his spot, you know, give him some guidance. I think it was like me and Lane kind of helping the guy along, right?
Yeah.
And so a little bit of sentiment. Next thing, you know, what's his name? Wyatt picks it up. And the last 4 months, this is context, right? He calls me up like every other week saying he's going to quit. And I got to keep pulling him off the ledge. You know what I mean? It's like too much, a money thing, and then this is happening, and then that's happening. And so I'm going to help the guy, right? For Jack's sake. And in the grand scheme of things, there's not many businesses like that exist, because the last thing you want is a thing to fall over. Well, the most recent was he wanted to sell me the lumber company one day, and then the next day he's like freaking out and getting pissed. And so I finally get him off the ledge, but then the latest was I had this guy running Mopec. He was doing the numbers. And I think some shit between him and like Cloak happened. And so he gives me a call claiming that Mopec is stealing money and like all this fucking Civ drama bullshit. And I ask him for the fucking transactions, and all of a sudden his tune changes because the transaction showed there's no money being stolen. And so now he's like dying on a fucking, like on a hill about like, oh my God, these people are stealing $10,000 from the fucking county budget, and we got $400 million in the county budget. You know what I mean? Like manufactured like bullshit. And while Michael, like my legislator, is out on a company holiday, these guys spin up this story about how he's leaving the city because of this drama. And I'm just like, bro, I'm literally, I feel like you're like fucking children. I just want to slap you across the fucking cheek. This isn't a fucking problem. It's some small shit, and you're trying to kill each other over it. You know what I mean? Fucking
Jesus.
Tweety 3 months ago, right? Tweety 3 months ago, she's running 3 of the food stalls, right? Helps a bunch of people out. Sweet woman. And one day she gets sick. Like, I mean, sick like she can't fly into the city type shit. For 2 months. And so she isn't able to pay this guy back, and apparently he goes and like ruins her entire fucking reputation. She comes back, you know, for a little bit, feeling a little bit better, and she's got a bounty, and everyone is talking all kinds of shit about her. So it's like, I'm just like, what the fuck are wrong with these people? You know what I mean?
Huh. You know, I might have caught wind like through people talking in the city about a bounty, but I
and
didn't
then
know
it gets even fucking worse than that, because now I know that these fucking
I
dumb
got an unknown
cunts.
number calling me.
Yeah.
No face. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, I'm a little busy. Why? What's going on? Okay.
Hey, I'm glad you called. I was meditating.
All right, sounds good.
A righteous visit from my
All right, let up.
So,
My bad.
oh, and the latest is, as I bit back and just questioned, like, yo, like, are you like good because you're telling me that they stole money, and then go ahead.
You're good. No, you're good. You're good.
I'm like, you know, just last week, like, I'm dealing with all this PD shit or whatever, right? Now you're telling me that there's like drama between like Mopec and they're stealing money. All of a sudden, and like it's all this doom and gloom. I asked for the receipts, it's fake. And now all of a sudden, like 2 days go by, and now all these rumors are going around from like, you know, the court center person and like Wyatt Circle about like price fixing and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm getting like, they're like, oh my God, all these people are talking and they're saying the prices are getting all fucked up and shit. And so I sent my guy out to speak to every fucking business, and there's no problem. So I'm about to like fucking shit on some faces. You know what I mean? So,
Jesus.
yeah.
All of this over, like some
Nothing.
lumber
It's
and
like
shit?
no. It's like made up shit. Wait, what do you mean lumber?
No, like all this because like the two businesses are colliding or some shit.
No,
or
there's
what's going
nothing happening. It's like make believe shit. You know what I mean?
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Like the Tweety thing as an example to give you an idea. And I tried to stay out of that shit. What happened was the way that it works is there's no joint accounts, right? So when they sell shit, they got to transfer the money over afterwards. And because she was sick, she couldn't send it. Now, did she make some mistakes? Probably. But while she's fucking sick and not around to like be able to do anything, you don't go and fucking ruin someone's reputation and then try to kill her as soon as she's back to make it right. Right?
Yeah.
And this is on top of the fact I was willing to give the guy money in order for his business to keep going, but he says it's about principle. Bitch, it was never about principle. If it was about principle, you would have gotten the money and he would have been fine and wait till she's fucking back and feeling all right to sort it out.
It just sounds like a bunch of drama that I would want to stay away from.
Yeah. No, it's like fucking, like fucking flies to shit.
It's like I don't know, one of them situations where I'd be like, nope, don't want to be a part of it. See you later.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad that she was sick for that long, and then all of this kind of popped off from there.
Yeah. Maybe I
She's
got
better
like
now, though, right?
Hello. You better have a damn good.
I don't know.
explanation for your actions.
It was bad, Brandon.
I am not gonna take your shit anymore.
It was
Yeah,
bad.
I
Like,
can imagine.
yeah, I don't know if we can see her again.
Oh,
Yeah, like that shit went deep. That's why it hits a certain way. You know what I mean?
I see.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm telling you, brother, civilian drama, trust me, is nothing like anything else.
It sounds like worse than gang wars and shit.
I mean, you have an idea, right? Like, remember the shit way back in the day over the fucking restaurant?
I do. Also, I remember like I don't know. I think people need to understand competition is good sometimes, but at the same time, I think people are really, really stupid and they're always trying to get a leg up on everybody else, right? Like back when we did the LLC, well, the LSC shit, the whole race to the bottom bullshit. This shit was so frustrating. It's like people didn't understand actually what the vision was. It was pretty sad
Yeah.
because we could have had something good, you know.
You mean with the material stuff? Like way back when?
Yeah, like you remember how like, for one, we weren't making fucking hardly shit on getting repairs, but like if people came together and not really came together, but had somewhat understanding of a way that a business should work instead of always undercutting everybody, and then like just try to take a business for a little bit, you know, you just fuck yourself over in the long run. It's just race to the bottom.
That's exactly what it is. It's not. They're not looking at it objectively to be like, hey, how do we both win? It's like, yo, that's competition. Let me just fucking like end their life type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
give me just one.
businesses-
Give me just
Go ahead.
1 sec. I think we got an update on this.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
So I did the entire perimeter towards the houses behind you guys, the beach, the pier. I even did the buy burger shot, that hotel area. All clear. No spot at the G-Wagon. It was like a matte black.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the cop with the white hair and blonde hair is, but I'm pretty sure that would be pretty easy to figure out, unless you already know who it is.
Was it Frodo, the one in the, the colored shirt?
I don't know the guy's name, but that is definitely what he looked like. I'm gonna be honest. If I want to figure out, at least I know what he's wearing. I could definitely go look around. He was in like shorts, kind of.
All right. Yeah. See what you can do.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can find someone just around. Just ask around.
Easy. Appreciate it.
All right. No worries.
But what I really wished would happen with the whole business thing, like the LS Customs and shit early on, people should have realized that the prices could have been pretty much uniform, right? Instead of trying to get a leg up on each other, but you get business through the way that you interact with the customer, right? Like, just be better at that. Step your game up when it comes to that. You don't have to sit there and fuck each other over.
I think there's like a secret. You know how there's like a criminal code, you could call it, right? Like things you do and what you don't. I think this is like a civilian code that we're oblivious to. So when like crazy shit happens, is like, does that kind of make sense what I'm saying? Like you're stepping on my price. You're selling 50 cents more. We got to destroy them.
Like you would think though, right? Like let's talk about the criminal aspect of it though. Like if you're on one neighborhood and you got some coke and I do too, and if you're severely undercutting the price, like you're clearly fucking me there, so you're asking for problems, right?
Well, yeah, I mean that's very different. You know what I mean?
But but they try to do that same thing in the civilian life, which is just a little weird to me. It's like they want to undercut, and then it's I don't know. It's stupid. Just step your customer service game up. I don't understand.
I think part of it is people also avoid confrontation, but so much so that they're not willing to even talk, right? You know, opinions get made, and then it's like, you know, they just let that shit simmer for weeks, and now there's no more talking, right?
Yeah.
Their opinions kind of hardened in, but trust me.
So was it Frodo watching?
It looks like it. So they're out of the area now. Let me share this document.
If he asked me what I'm talking to you about.
We're just asking about legal advice.
Yeah, there you go.
And plus, we've known each other for a minute. They can suck my dick. You know what I mean? Let me see. Save. Yeah, legal advice. Let me see. Document. Share local. That isn't actually Frodo. It looks like a female's legs. And Frodo's got a thick ass.
Yeah, there's some LSPD officer with blonde hair who I don't recognize, and the other one is definitely a female with white hair.
Stevie. Trig, Stevie, and female. I could have sworn I saw Frodo. No. Frodo, I think, was also there. Because when I drove by, he was next to the vehicle, and he had like you know those like pointy like birthday hat things?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it looked like he was like on the ground. So.
Interesting. But as far as what I'm gonna do, I don't know. I don't know yet. I've been full throttle for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it's kind of like a calming stage for a bit.
Yeah.
Why you ask? You have something you need done? Or?
No, nothing like that. I mean, if you see this van, I'd love to know who it is. The SUV. But, no, I'm asking because, like, look, I've been there before, you know, having, how do I put it? You know, when I was rolling with the Clean Boys a long time back, right? The goal was, how deep can we get into breaking banks, right? That was kind of like the goal. As mayor, my goal is, how much can I drive the court center and get the right laws in place to protect people? You know, when I was, when we were in Pegasus, how big can we build that company and get it right? But, you always need a goal, you know what I mean? Like something you're seeking, even if it's unattainable or feels like it is.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So your goal now is to make the core center fucking poppin'?
Yeah. It's going really good so far. Kind of waiting on some construction shit, but I got Frankie working the front now. He's been crushing it. Security's popping off.
How you doing?
We want it to be a place where like everyone in the city can come to and like commune. You know, pop those bubbles that everybody's in. And do a little commerce, you know what I mean?
Hello?
Trade this for that.
I got you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really sat back and thought about it. Like you said, this whole PD shit has been looming for a while. So I think me and the boys finally told ourselves, let's get this cloud from over top of our head while we can breathe a little bit. You know what I mean? And then after that, readjust and focus on what we want to do next.
Yeah.
So it's kind of where we're at right now.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What was with the funeral the other day?
There's something Jay paid for. He fucking paid like $1.5 million to do a fucking visual for it.
Jay did?
Edgar. Yeah, he paid like 1.5 million.
I can never understand politics sometimes. I mean, the guy, you know what I'm saying?
It was hilarious. Like, I didn't even know what was happening. I get a phone call from, like, Jay called me. He's like, hey, let's meet up. I'm like, all right. And I go to drive to meet up to him. He's like, never mind. Plans changed. Get a suit and meet at the graveyard. And I was like, what?
Jesus,
so then I went to the
fucking
graveyard and everybody was there. And he's like, yeah, I paid Lang to do this. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't even have no knowledge. Then I have to get up there and make a speech and all of this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
I was standing there so fucking confused.
Confused about what?
Well, just everything, right? Like, I mean, Lang doing the service for Edgar, right? For one, right?
I will say he did trademark a classic line from that funeral, though, that it has yet to be out of my head since he started saying it.
Well, what?
The passed away. This shit is so good. It's so classic.
Oh, I missed some of it. I think I came like halfway through, I think.
He kept saying, goodbye, Edgar. He passed away.
Oh, my God.
That was top tier. It was top tier. I was actually surprised. I thought Lang would, dig a little deeper than what he did and, try to cut a little more. But he actually did pretty good. And Larry, surprisingly, he kind of just started popping off.
Where the fuck did Larry, learn to be such a good public speaker?
I don't know.
That was good. I'm still convinced he, he AI'd that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was surprising. He kept going too, and it was like all motivational quotes after motivational quotes.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was in a fucking locker room, at halftime, ready to go. But yeah, I don't know how that all came together, but I know Jay paid out the ass for it.
Oh my God. I should probably get going. I got a bunch of shit to do, and then I gotta try not to go too long. Fucking 15 hours back to back to fucking back.
Hey, don't burn yourself out.
No, it's I'm over a massive hurdle with the new chief there and Rizzo cooking. I feel like I said, the tumor's been removed from my brain.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Is Lily decided to stop popping off yet, or what?
Wait, who?
Tilly. She started,
I dumped her
decided to
ass
stop
like
popping off?
7 weeks ago.
I know, but you said that she kept poking and kept poking and kept poking and didn't get the hint. But did she finally get the hint now?
Well, after I fired Moss, Tilly showed up to once again tow my vehicle. And Moss called me and she said, Tilly's towing your vehicle, and I didn't stop her. And I said, I didn't stop you either. Meaning, I didn't stop her from quitting and going back to Oregon. But, I know how to get rid of people now. You know what I mean? I just get engaged. And then they fuck off eventually.
Bold strategy. It's
Oh,
a good
man.
one. It's a good one.
Hey, I'm going to be honest. I was getting nervous because I thought at a certain point, I thought I might have to go follow through. You know what I mean? I was running out of excuses.
Well, look, you ever need any work done in the upcoming future, let me know, all right? I'll have a little bit of time on my hands, and I'll be sure to, channel my inner self and be a little cleaner with how I do shit, all right?
Okay. For sure.
All right.
All right. You ever need any help inside the, don't hesitate to ask. I can't always do it, but, you'd be surprised how many people are watching.
I got you.
Yeah.
If I need something, I'll ask. Even if you say no, or if I think it's fucking stupid, I'll still ask just so you can say no and call me stupid, all right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. You take care.
All right. right, see you later.